Hey, so sad day. Bernie Sanders endorsed Hillary Clinton, and a lot of different views or a lot of different theories about why he did it. There's one theory going around that said that they had promised to get rid of all the progressive gains he'd made in the platform if he didn't endorse her before the convention. And that's one thing that a delegate said. I read on Twitter. But I don't know if that's true. Even if that is true, let's say they threatened him that we're gonna take away all those progressive gains you made on the platform unless you endorse it before the convention. I would have still not done it. But there's a lot more. I just watched this movie with Lyndon Johnson about Lyndon Johnson and Martin Luther King. And that was about guys who really wanted to make change and how they had to make compromise to make change. Bernie Sanders is one of those kind of guys. He really wants to make change. So I think maybe he really feels like he got enough out of the platform. Maybe he feels like this is the best chance to get progressives together to keep the heat on Hillary when she's president. Who knows? Maybe I make the calculation because here's my problem. And let me just give you a picture of Bernie. In 2 years, there's going to be the midterms. And the Democrats will be wiped out because this is the equivalent of them nominating Barbara Bush, right? Not even Jeb Bush, but George's wife, right? This is Bill Clinton's wife. They hate the Clintons. They're going to elect Hillary Clinton. Can you imagine if you had another George Bush in the White House? How crazy. So that's how Republicans are going to feel. And the right-wing media is going to obviously whip it up that they're just like they did to Barack Obama, why he got crushed in the midterms. Because the right-wing media and the mainstream media repeats it, by the way. They repeat it as that's the other side. We're neutral. They're going to say that she's the everything. And by the way, some of it might be true. Right? Because the TPP, the fracking, Wall Street, they still, in the platform, going to give tax breaks to corporations that send jobs overseas, stuff like that. So that's the problem. That's my big problem. Going forward with the Hillary Clinton presidency, what does it look like? There's going to be just a disaster in the midterms, just a disaster. And we got to hope that the banks don't fail. But if they don't fail, maybe she gets reelected in 4 years. The whole thing, it's not good. This is not good for progressives. I know what Bernie Sanders is doing. I know his theory. I get it. He fought hard. People have been dumping on him for months to get out of the race. Okay, so he stuck it out. He did everything he could for the platform. He took even the liberal press turned on him, and he still didn't give in. So this is him. He's like, I fought the fight. This is all we can do. We did the platform. I'm not going to get the nomination. This is as far as we can go. So perfectly understandable. It's also perfectly understandable that people don't have to vote for this. I can't vote for somebody that I can't vote for someone who's pro-TPP. I can't vote for a pro-fracker. I can't vote for somebody who is going to nominate Republicans to the Supreme Court. I can't vote for somebody who takes private prison money. I can't do it, right? And that she does accept climate change, right? That's the big difference. Bernie says, hey, but all the, not willing to put it in the platform. Again, this is not good. But go ahead, Steph.
Well, it sounds like everything she's for sounds conservative.
A lot of it, right? So Bernie got a lot of concessions on the platform. He did. And we're going to play some in the video. I'm going to show you the stuff he's claiming that Hillary is now for. So all the people saying Bernie, I feel like he is a traitor. And Bernie, so he did. He's not a traitor. He did. He's not going to be the nominee. Everybody, he can see that. He did everything he could. He took slings and arrows and bullets and bricks to the head.
I mean, this is the kind of person with grit. This is the kind of person that should lead the nation.
He stood up and fought, and so he did everything he could. It's over. He fought for the platform, and he says it's the most progressive platform in Democratic history, which it is. But then you read the platform, you go, that's sad that this is the most progressive. Really, we can't even make sure we get lobbyists out of regulatory agencies. We can't even make sure we're against the TPP. We can't even say we're against fracking. We can't even say, it's just stuff like that. So people who are saying Bernie's doing everything he can, and believe me, he's going to continue. And now he has a voice, and now he's going to hold her feet to the fire. And we'll see. It's a bad situation. We have corporate media. That's all. That's a big problem. So that's why we're here. That's why the Young Turks are there. There's other people. There's alternatives now to the mainstream corporate media. MSNBC is just a dumpster fire, not worth it. So we're here. Keep it together. Don't freak out. And now let's watch some of the videos.